You have, on a 15 perception, you see he triggers the glyph, snapping it in half. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Something's wrong. I'll whisper that if Barry's near me. Something's wrong. I'm going to go for the glyph that I have.
I'm going to try one more time to do something. As he says something wrong, I'm just going to kind of rub my forehead a little bit, and I take my fingernail with the quill tip, and I just kind of trace it around the corner of my temple and carve a little glyph kind of under my head and cast Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic. The magic looks out. The illusion on the glyph has faded, on the false glyph. The illusion of the false glyph has faded, and on that Detect Magic, you see the sea invisibility from Oris fade away into the distance. As you guys return to the top of the stairs, standing in the doorway to the aviary, the smell of coffee and whiskey through the door here to this little garden, hanging flowers and bird coops. You pull the glyph out. It's unbroken. If it's unbroken, how did Thiazi know it was fake? Thiazi died before he even tried to use this. What?
Am I getting any magic from it?
No.
Nothing. It's intact. Wait. I'm replaying that in my mind, the sequence of events as was expected. He didn't even get a chance to use this. It's supposed to break for it to work, and he never even got a chance to break it.
Then what stopped him?
Somebody else got to him and killed him in a different way before he died in the public, performed way that we saw.
You know, hands behind his back, where you scanned for it in his coat, the perforated central line of the glyph, if he had pressed his wrists into the back of it, arched his back, pressed, this should have broken. So something stopped him from doing that?
Or he just never did.
That's all for this chapter of the Schemer's story.
Yeah.
We got shit to talk about.
Oh, you sure do. You sure do. And we'll talk about it again another time. So,
in this moment, now having my brother petrified in the back of this cart, can I use this opportunity to level up?
yeah.
And I'll use the Detect Magic spell just to feel out if there's any incantation on this doorway, the lock, anything that would trigger anything that we're not seeing with the naked eye before we turn the key.
You cast Detect Magic. Your senses move out, your eyes go wide, and you realize you're making the face Sid's making. It's the same face you make when you use your Paladin Divine Sensibility. It's a face to read the aura of this world. Now, you have reached into a spell here that calls upon the ability to detect magic, which is a more refined version. Divine Sense is something intuitive for Paladins. It senses the presence of fae, fiends, undead nearby. But Detect Magic allows you to actually read with sort of a fine precision exactly what different arcanists, occultists, will workers are trying to do. And you look into these statues and see even the hound are all making a version of this face. Light fills your vision, and what you can see is your light coming from your eyes reflects off of a radiation that your friends cannot see in this moment, but you suddenly can. Every one of the beings in that wagon is petrified in a state of heightened supernatural awareness. Sid, as stone, is using his divine sense. It is casting out from his eyes as though he was using it in the moment he was petrified and was stuck in that position. And though you do not know their names or their stories, what you recognize is that that same ability to cast out and sense the presence of fiend or fae and of the undead is emanating from the eyes of every statue in that cart, meaning everyone in that cart was a paladin who was captured by the Draconis and brought down here and turned to stone.
They were using them as some sort of like early warning system for some sort of Fey invasion, or
Also to pose them. It feels like they're using them to smuggle something. Why would you bring paladins down with that ability? Pose them in finery of rich people.
because if you put speaking as a rich person myself, if you have a palace or a place that you're particularly proud of, you might want to decorate it with lovely statues. And what a benefit if those statues could also point out dark creatures or, no offense, weird fae trying to get in or something.
And you grabbed.
I said no offense.
You grabbed that book with all the drawings.
Yeah, I grabbed.
We just
grabbed
can't
that.
read it.
But
Yeah, you grab the book with the drawings. Looking back
Yeah.
over as Taylor explains that, you also look at those notes that Doset wrote to Saramai, whose name you never bothered to learn, but he addresses him as Sir Aniko. Sort of refers to him and says, you see, he mentions something, this language you heard about, like, it says something like how lucky we were on this whole Gavendale affair to have lucked into another one. And suddenly you realize that another one might not just refer to Sid. You can find a little place to pull aside and begin to rest if you so desire. And the night sort of envelops you, soft and cool. Your quest is a success. You have done as you set out on this road to do. It is simply that you have discovered how much vaster and broader the problems of the world are. All of which is to say, this story will conclude in this chapter where you all say it does. I don't want to rush you towards an ending, but I just want to put out there that any scenes that you want, any things that need saying, any decisions that need making, we are very much in that world now.
Slumber party. 4 more hours. Let's go.
So we either go forward to somewhere we've never been and where we will only be hunting, or we try and retrace our steps back to Dolmakyar.
How appearing as ourselves without any sort of disguise in Dolmakyar how's the heat on you both in particular? And I guess us.
I think it's bad for all of us, maybe with the exception of Cadigan.
And myself, I am not from there.
Of Dolmakyar?
No?
No, but my family wanted you dead.
Sure. But I'm sure there are lots of lion folk around.
I don't think anybody gives a fuck about me.
I'm just a little pixie. You, though, you're pretty recognizable.
Famous face.
Did you have to leave town because you had a death threat on you, right?
I mean,
No, not necessarily.
we just sort of assumed that it was coming soon.
You honestly, maybe you should talk to your mom or see if how in trouble you are, because if it's not at all, great for us. We can continue in Dolmakyar, and if it is,
I'm pretty sure I'm in trouble.
well, yeah, but they're not gonna kill you, right?
I don't know. I hope not. Everyone else has certainly tried. But yes, to your point, I mean, we could at least go and talk, maybe not to close family, but there's other Halovars there that I could maybe speak with. I have a sister, I have a brother.
Would they be honest with you?
Possibly.
I think you raise a fair point. You are being sought after, and therefore you are as well. If the hunt for my brother has also enveloped me at this point, and if Thimble, as Thiazi's second, is on a list of some kind, then that...
But she's impossible to detect, pretty much.
It may mean the gates to the city would be more close to us than we would like to think. But you bastard, you are unknown everywhere you go.
How did I know? Or are you trying to get rid of me again?
Well, I think you would have done it yourself if we gave you enough time, but I wonder if there might be wisdom in splitting.
Yeah.
My brother needs to go back to Dolmakyar. He needs Bolair or Murray, but for us to take him there would incur danger not just to him, but to ourselves. They might also be looking for a group, a single traveler of unknown origin might have more success.
Yeah.
Even if it meant us staying on the outskirts of the city and then rendezvousing with you again.
No. You read my mind. You got some kind of trick.
No, I just known you for a long time.
Yeah. Gadigan's already sort of parsing through the ins and outs of navigating the countryside, thinking about what it would take to get back to Dolmakyar, a place that potentially he does not like or not belong, but like a decade and a half ago, when Teor was indebted to him, he feels like that debt the other way hasn't been paid back. So, yeah, he's cooking through the ways of whether or not this is feasible or not.
You have to take the road.
Yeah.
With Sid?
Yeah.
You're talking about sending him back all on his own. Where will we go?
Perhaps not the entire way on his own, but I think once we arrive at the city...
Maybe we split up there?
Or let him go for a bit.
I have to check on Octus.
I'm sorry I yelled at you. And I'm sorry I took the knife away from you. That's not a good lesson. It's not a good lesson to teach a kid, because that's what you are. So I'm going to try to teach you the right lesson. And out of his pocket, he's going to pull that thing that he was futzing with. And what you'll see is the tang and the blade of the cursed knife that she stole from Albin, and a new handle fashioned from the bone that he took from the hound's offering.
Oh, yeah.
Etched and carved, rubbed with rose petal and elderberries, and it's this really rich pink hue that sort of matches Tyranny's entire everything. And he's gonna hold it, and he's gonna say, "Now, I made this for you. And I'm not an artist, but I got a craftsman's touch. And I'm gonna give it back to you for one reason, and one reason only. You took it, and your choices have weight. So tonight, you're gonna carry that weight. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I've never had much of a knife at magic, but it belongs to you, and it's not right that I have it. I'm gonna flip it around in my hand, hold it by the blade, hand out the handle to her. You gonna take it?
God, this is so fucking cool. Cadigan.
What?
Thank you. And your faith in me really means a lot. I'm very afraid of you, and I think you're really cool. And I feel the weight of this dagger. It is like white hot in my hands with the pain of this man that I caused.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to let you down. But I think I would have taken the knife again.
Well, here's the thing about kids. They always miss the lesson the first time. It's yours.
Thank you. I'd like to bond with this weapon.
You, even sitting here at a campfire, the magic of a campfire is that you can sit at it and in one instant be the most connected to the people around the fire with you that you've ever been, and in the next moment go to the most solitary and soulful place within your own heart and mind that you can possibly reach, and never be far away from the people you love and care about. Sitting here in the fire, crackling, you think of the fires of the realm which birthed you. Gaze at this knife and begin to get lost in it. As you attune to it, you look into the blade. You are a demon that has only worn this form for a time, but the stuff with which you are made is older than time itself. Deep in a writhing pit of entropy and destruction, the substance that made you was waiting for this world to be born so you could come and ruin it. And you look at this knife, you're so drawn to it. You were shaped by the hand of the shadow of suffering, an ancient demon whose voice you've heard this very night. And there's something in this knife, you are drawn to it, and it has to do with pain. You're certain of it. That's what you're here to do. Contract with a mortal family of sorcerers, be damned, you are here to hurt the world. You look in that knife and you start to attune to it. And you see a mother's hand. Some pumpkins and squash from a little mountainside garden, roasted and seasoned and covered in honey, fresh seeds. And you can hear the babbling of a nearby baby. This thing roasted to a point of softness, and you can see her cutting through with a knife. Each cut going into something, making it a small and perfect size to go into a little child's hand. Every little motion of the knife is a prayer, hoping that a thing she loves more than life itself will take a little morsel of food and get a little stronger, a little bigger, a little more ready for a world she can't predict. This knife has been an instrument of love for more times than you can count. And you get lost in that memory. Where does tyranny go in this memory, and what crosses her mind as she looks?
This is the first gift that tyranny has ever received in earnest. And it was born of understanding of shortcomings and flaws. And as she looks down at the knife, all she feels is searing jealousy of humanity.
You're a demon born of pain, so perhaps it's fitting that you can't stop looking at this knife that's hurting you. There is a secret. Something in here is eluding you. It's taunting you. The lessons of the creed might be a lie, but there's something true in this knife. And for all of the ancientness of the energy suffusing your being, it is beyond your grasp. You attune to this knife, but its final form eludes you. For indeed, in another world, another time, an object like this might have been referred to as a vestige of divergence. But here, you're just a demon holding a kitchen knife that you stole from a little old gnome.
God, I wish I knew what that was.